Hey, you're listening to Don't Make Sense. I'm Dr. Vivian Rodriguez, an educational psychologist, blogger, educator, and coach who loves to talk about style, life, creating, and mental health. Okay, so I started this podcast to create a space to talk about style and substance, to talk about the complexities of being a woman who's authentic and thriving. All right, let's get into it. Okay, in this episode, we're going to talk all about how to rock a crop top and feel comfortable. So, you may think that you can't wear a crop top for a variety of reasons. I know, and you may be like, I'm not going to listen to this episode. But trust me, you can wear one. Just there's a few tips I'm going to share to let you know how. So, you like Amazon, but you don't know what styles to get? Go ahead and check out my Amazon Live. I'm an A-list creator, which means I do a lot of lives and people like them. So go ahead and head over to the show notes for this episode to go and join the live. And don't forget to follow me on Amazon. And then keep in mind, as an Amazon associate, I do earn from qualified purchases, and all opinions are my own. And I'll see you guys around. Hey, I know you guys do not have a ton of time to just be scrolling through social media. You got better things to do, right? So that's why I revamped and relaunched my Fave Finds newsletter. And what I did is, it's kind of a in case you missed it. So I scour through the internet to find some styles for midsize and curves. And I also add just some different podcast episodes or books that I'm into lately, just some good stuff for your email inbox. So go ahead and head over to the show notes for this episode to sign up for my Fave Finds. And don't worry, I'm not going to spam your email inbox. It'll be some good stuff. So it is time to rethink of what you consider to be a crop top. A crop top is any top that has a hemline above the waist. Okay, so we're not thinking like it's like a bikini top or anything like that. So it's not going to like show your entire midsection, because I don't know about you, but I don't have a six pack. If you do, fist bump to you, but I don't. And, if you're a mom, some moms, you might have more of a squishy midsection like myself. So you're not trying to be, walking around with a bikini top and low rise jeans. Like we're not doing that. So a crop top is a chic piece when you figure out exactly how to style it. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and share my tips. Size and fit really matter. So you want to make sure that the top fits you well, and that means it's not too big or too tight, and you want to make sure you're comfortable. Now may need to like kind of mess around and play around with the sizing for crop tops. For instance, I had a tie neck top, and because it was a tie neck top, it would have probably less coverage in the front area, the bust area, if I went with my usual size. So what I did, I went a size up to make sure I had sufficient coverage in the bust area so that, it's more about just showing a little bit of skin at the waist, right? Like right below the bust area. And then I, paired it with high-waisted jeans. But I had to kind of do that because otherwise it'd have been too much going on, a little too revealing. And then, when something's too revealing, it's just not that versatile. You can't really wear it. So that's what I would first think about, is kind of play around with the sizing. And you may need to size up or size down depending on the style of the crop top, so that you don't have less coverage in another area. And then it becomes just kind of too much going on, and kind of a distraction from the look of a crop top. Balance out your silhouette. So get high-waisted or mid-rise, bottoms. This is going to do a few things. It's going to give you some coverage, but it's also going to create a really nice silhouette regardless of your size. So I think that, we want to, unless again, if you have a six pack, I'm telling you, you do whatever you want. But if you're not in that, in that group, then low rise is a no-no. And, you just want to go mid to high rise, because you just want to show a little bit of skin there, and you want to have the centerpiece of the outfit be the crop top. So that's why you want to go with some bottoms that are going to kind of balance out what you got going on up top. Lastly, you want to keep everything else simple. So less is definitely more when it comes to wearing a crop top. You want to stick to making the crop top the focus of your look. How many times am I saying crop top in this episode, by the way? So I just noticed. So you don't want to add too many accessories that are going to compete with the top, right? So just keep it really simple. And I think that, it also will make sure it kind of gives off this like chic look, this kind of elevated look if you're keeping everything else super simple, because then everyone can just say, oh, she has a little bit of a crop top on, but they're not going to be like, oh, check out that bracelet and all this other stuff. So keep it simple, and make sure that you don't have anything that's going to compete or distract from the centerpiece of the outfit, which is the crop top. Now, nothing is stopping you from rocking a crop top except you, right? Like what you're hearing? Go ahead and subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. You can also share the podcast on Instagram and tag me at Live by Viv. As far as my music, it's The Croft by Joachim Karud. And everything we talked about in this episode can be found in the show notes on livebyviv.com. Okay, and remember, don't mix in because you don't need to.